I'm sorry, did I just hear that right, or am I just being crazy again? Did you just say class trial? Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna have to take my daily medicine over here. Just hold on a second. You know, it does remind me of that one time I watched Godfather 3. What was that line that Tapachino said at some point? Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. A class trial? The class trial, you say? You remember, Larry? Spring, 4th grade? A kid in my class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant. I did do it. Guilty. He did it. Guilty. It was you. Give me my money back. You're such a meanie. Don't play with him. Just admit it, you did it. You're gonna hide the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not gonna play with you anymore. You shouldn't be allowed in the relay race. Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Apologize to the class, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went over to where the boy was sitting. And that's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs! Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Why did you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking up on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. And that's how it happened. After that, the three of us were always friends. Wow. I had no idea. Oof. That really must have been rough. Oh, sorry, Phoenix. I really am. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. And that's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone. Without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butt. Truer words have never been spoken, Nick. Well, yeah, that was... Huh. So that's how you three became friends back then. That must have been a really rough moment, Phoenix, but... Huh. Something good came out of that, it seems. But what about Edgeworth's goals, though? Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. And that's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember, his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my dad. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. And it is from that point, instead of trying to become a defense attorney, he became a prosecutor. It was several years later, when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? And that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. And that's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? Is it just that? Or... I think there's more to it. I mean, it is like what I mean, I can think of at least one more reason why he became a defense attorney. If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He is in pain, and no one's on his side. Yeah, I can totally see that. If it weren't for us, then Edgeworth would truly be alone at this point. He would be in jail at this point, really. No one would have defended him. He would have been sent to jail and that would have been the end of him. The end of a really, really sad story, it seems. Not only of what happened years ago with the DL6 incident, but what is happening right now. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick! So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. Nick? I'll help you because I believe in you. Except, I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick! 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 You have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing you do, okay? You're damn right, Maya. And I truly believe in that. Let's go and save us a Miles Edgeworth. Right. Yeah, very well, maybe.
First, there's the rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of his evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Hmm? Did we actually get rid of some stuff here? Yeah, apparently so. We got rid of the second lake photo. The article. Yeah, I guess we no longer need to use evidence to prove that that Gordy doesn't exist. I guess so. We still have the parrot! That's always good. And we still have Misty Face photo. Still don't know why we need the metal detector though. I guess we're still gonna have to keep it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can still get the use out of this. I mean, first thought would be that maybe we can fight like a bullet of some sort, but then I realized that two of the bullets are inside the lake, while the third one was found inside Robert Hammond. So, other than bullets, I don't know what we could use the metal detector on. Bullets, the photo, the autopsy, the case file, and the incident photo. Okay, well, let's go, Nick! Let's go and visit the caretaker shack and see what we can find. I mean, there are a couple of things that I would like to check inside his shack. For example, like that safe that he has, and the pair too. But first things first. You look as grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 4th grade?
Lunch money? Oh, right. Yeah, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
It probably only mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know that trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney?
You know, I like how Maya is so direct. She would definitely, she has like no second thoughts when it comes to telling this sort of stuff to Edgeworth. Phoenix definitely would. Both Phoenix and Edgeworth are being all tsundere about it, but Maya is Maya is where we should count on when it comes to solving some conflict. Or not, it depends. Maybe we're gonna make things worse. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think it changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Okay, well, since we know some of your backstory over here, Edgeworth, can we hear it from you? Why you became a prosecutor? Why prosecute? Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
Well, the suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That will be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I cannot recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yani Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. And that's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. I see. Alright. What about Prosecutor Von Karma? What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So, he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life. He is obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
Perfectly. Trying everything he can to do things perfectly. To be a perfect person. Even if it means becoming the most immoral person out there. In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it isn't possible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Nigh well impossible, you say? I mean, we found just one weakness before, when Larry came. That was like the ultimate weapon that we were able to use. He was like the ultimate weapon that we were able to use in order to prolong this with one day. And actually find the true murderer. Perfectly. Once again, to think that Manfred would go so much, to think that Manfred would go out of his way to even accuse you of murder, of trying to make you guilty, just for him to have another case solved in his hands. To be perfect. Should the weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right! Now's not time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I admit. No kidding. Okay, well... Until then, stay strong, Edgeworth. I'm still waiting for the day when I'll be able to yell your name once again, off the top of my lungs. You just stay here, while we are gonna go and do our own stuff, like go to criminal affairs, see what Detective Gumshoe has to say. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today.
Oh, really?
Huh? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. Oh, okay. He is looking after the boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching me if it's the last thing I do, pal. Well, good luck, Gumshoe. I mean, God knows what would happen. I don't know. I mean, if we're not able to find the boat caretaker, I don't know how the next trial is gonna go. I mean, that would be a case closed, I guess. If the suspect has run away, then Edgeworth would be out of suspicion, right? Actually, that doesn't sound correct in this situation. Knowing this law system, of course, Edgeworth is still gonna be declared guilty, even if the real suspect would end up disappearing, right? Is that how it goes? I don't know. Okay, well, actually, hold on. Let me just go back over here. I know there's also Grossbear's law offices. Yeah, there you go. Can we talk to him a little bit? I don't know. Maybe he has some secret stuff hidden over here that I can find and, you know, pin the crime on him once again. He's out again. Ow. Of course, he knew.
When does it work anyway?
No, don't be so harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Yeah, when does he work? Like, almost every single time I come to his offices, I just never find him working. Alright, well, in that case, let's go to the detention center and finally go to Gort Lake. See about the caretaker shack. Hey, pal! Long time no see! Hey there, Detective Ganshu.
Oh, Detective Ganshu.
Close one today, huh? I got so worked up, I stepped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial to my time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Okay, well, do your best, Detective Ganshu. No, I'm out to catch me a criminal.
Detective Ganshu is active today.
Oh, one other thing. Oh, okay.
Eek!
No one can go into the woods today.
The woods?
Why? Where a lot of heart was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while.
I guess Lola's in a lot of trouble.
Hey! And now Maya is catching my my pun fever. she's gonna try to make more and more puns from now on. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Alright, well, with that being said, let's go and see about some caretaker. And maybe find Larry once again, selling samurai dogs. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Hmm?
Eyesore?
Uh-oh. You have been caught red-handed, Phoenix. How dare you? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too.
I guess Larry's been too busy with the child to show up for work.
Yeah, it does make sense. I guess. Yeah, we can already go into the woods anymore. I guess we're no longer going to be able to see a lot of heart. I guess so. In that case, let's go to the rental shop. I'm really curious to see what's inside. What's inside that safe. We already know the password. It's 11. It's. I was about to say 11037. 1228.
An old caretaker got away.
Yep.
And then we imagine he might be the real murderer.
Oh, it's Mr. Grossberg. I can already recognize this one. Him. I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Oh, What might you be doing here? Ah! I found you, Mr. Grossberg! What are you doing near the caretaker shop? Now, this is a very suspicious place. Then I'm finding you here in. Now, this is really suspicious. What are you doing at the crime scene? Out for a walk, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg? This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. Ah. Acting not so serious here, Mr. Grossberg. Trying to make chit-chat so that you distract us from the real culprit. Which is definitely old man, but you are in cahoots with the old man, isn't that right? Oh, Mr. Grossberg, is that right? But from what I saw of today's trial, Edward should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I might be able to offer you some assistance. Ah. Now that we have our eyes on you, you're gonna try to help us. That's good. That's a good move, Grossberg. Thanks. Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows? It will be quite a twist to find out that Mr. Grossberg was also... Actually, he is related to the DS6 incident as well. I mean, he worked with Misty Faye on the case. He would be related a little bit. He worked back then as well, like 15 years ago. But anyway, let's go inside the caretaker shack. I just wanna take the kotatsu with me, just for myself.
Nobody's home. Hello! Hello! Squawk! Hey, it's Polly! I wonder where your honor's gone, Polly. Hello! Hello! Squawk! I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for himself. Hello! Hello! Squawk!
Okay, well, first things first. Let me see about this safe over here.
That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Squawk! Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Oh. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
Maya? That's how a criminal thinks. I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Oh man! Oh, boring.
Yep. Figured that you would react like that. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Ah, very interesting. Edgeworth!
Nick! Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is your time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond, and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. And this is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for the caretaker. Huh. Well, okay. And this is further evidence that would tell us that the caretaker is the one who did it. I mean, both of the men that the letter is talking about is Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
Well, who could have written that letter?
Huh. It could be that we're talking about another person over here involved.
And what does it mean to get a revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Yeah? Whatever it may mean, this definitely proves that the boat caretaker was involved in this crime nonetheless. Alright, well, let's see about some other stuff.
What's up, Parrot? Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick.
You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I cannot take you.
Great, now the bird's going to hate me. I guess so. Well, can we actually talk to the parrot? Nah, probably not.